What's up guys, Readiness Rations here with you again, and today we're going to be reviewing a Backcountry Meal Kit produced by the company RightOnTrek. This meal kit, coming in at 2,600 calories, is designed to provide nutrition to a single individual for a complete 24 hours in a hiking or backpacking scenario. RightOnTrek sent this meal pack to me as a review sample, but this is not a sponsored video and this will be a completely unbiased review. Before we take this outdoor food pack over to the desk to see what's included, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up to help it out with the Google algorithm and getting the video distributed to other viewers, and subscribe to the channel to catch all my future ration reviews, both military and commercial. Now let's get this RightOnTrek Backcountry Meal Kit #1 over to the desk. Before being contacted by RightOnTrek for this review, I never even knew this company existed, but apparently they have been producing outdoor and camping type food for a good while now. They describe themselves as a company producing a no expenses spared premium product, and with a price point at $39.99, that is certainly what I would expect for a single day's worth of food. They sell both individual meal packs and these comprehensive meal kits. This one is complete nutrition, one person, one day, 87 grams of protein, and the total weight is coming in at 1 pound, 6 ounces. These rations are assembled in Montana, and they also include a little Leave No Trace RightOnTrek branded outdoor ethics card, which has all sorts of useful information in regards to best practices when enjoying the outdoors. The pack also includes a little carabiner made in China and a split ring. Carabiners are endlessly useful. The package itself is actually a very nice mesh bag that would most certainly be reusable. First thing in the kit is our hot dinner package. That is hearty beef bolognese, coming in at 4.7 ounces. And apparently they use sustainable bio-based packaging. It does feel a little bit different than what I'm used to with Mountain House and such. That feeds one tired, hungry explorer. Full package is 560 calories with a whopping 71 grams of carbs. This is a freeze-dried entree, allowing it to be a large amount of food in a very lightweight package. Next, we have what would be our other main, cranberry and walnut oatmeal, 3.2 ounces. This is supposed to be the breakfast item, and that's coming in at 410 calories. Looks like we have all sorts of little snack items. A package of mini salamis, uncured Italian salami, humanely raised, 19 grams of protein, 140 calories for the package. 3 of these little 3-seed and sea salt flatbread cracker by Jason's Deli. These are 50 calories a pack. They do appear to be completely broken up though. No doubt that happened in shipping. We have a package of Parm crisps, original. These are 100% cheese, 100 calories with 9 grams of protein. A lot of the snack items in here appear to be sort of off-the-shelf products, like this vanilla blueberry kind bar. That's 140 calories. A snack pack of pitted green olives from Sicily. That is a product of Italy. 50 calories on that. Apple cinnamon raisin Huppy bar. That is 100% real. That's coming in at 200 calories. Another Huppy bar. This one is the official energy bar of the Arizona Trail. Doesn't say what flavor it is. A Pro Bar brand package of Bolt Organic Energy Chews, orange flavored. These include electrolytes and B vitamins. And a 70% cacao strong dark chocolate bar. That is 1.3 ounces, 190 calories. Sort of an odd little package of milk and cream, 140 calories. And that is produced by RightOnTrek. Looks like they include a little Ziploc accessory package. In that, we have a couple salt packets and a pepper pack, a Black Coffee Roasting Company instant coffee medium roast, a little package of Cholula, one of my favorite hot sauces, a Stash brand mango passion fruit caffeine-free tea, a Coffee Mate original coffee creamer, a sugar in the raw cane sugar pack, a package of crushed red pepper, and a package of grated Parmesan cheese. I really like the addition of all the flavor enhancing inclusions in this package. For a 24-hour meal kit, this is actually looking pretty good. There were no utensils, and you will need hot water to rehydrate the main entrees, but all these little on-the-go snack items are exactly what you're looking for in a backpacking situation, and you can definitely tell they're focused on premium high-quality ingredients and being both organic and sustainably sourced. where they can achieve that. Since this is a 24-hour meal pack, this will be feeding me for a full 24-hour period, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So let's move it on over to breakfast for the initial taste test. So we're going to keep it fairly simple with the breakfast here. Of course, we're doing our cranberry and walnut oatmeal. Now, usually with a freeze-dried backpacking-based meal, the packages are designed to have water added directly to them in the directions that RightOnTrek included. It's instructing to add the entire package to about 9 ounces of treated water. Bring the mixture to a boil and cook on low for 3 minutes. So this is not exactly the ready-to-eat option that we're used to with something like a mountain house that you just add water to and rehydrate. Even in a recreational situation where you're out having fun and doing your camping or backpacking, hiking, what have you, you might not always be in a situation where you can sit down and boil water and cook. So we're going to put the sustainably bio-based packaging to the test, and I'm going to add hot water directly to this package and see if we can get this to rehydrate. The inside of the package feels to have some kind of wax on it, and the outside is more like a paper. So it's certainly not the super durable mylar that we're used to. Keep in mind, this is by design. RightOnTrek wants this to be cooked and not really reheated in the package. Now, this oatmeal smells amazing. It has this very pungent cinnamon aroma. Check out this squishy cranberry completely coated in cinnamon dust. I'm gonna go ahead and taste that by itself. Oh man, that is outstanding. Tart, sweet, and powerful cinnamon taste. Actually a little bit salty too. That's a little bit of a surprise. Other than that, it looks like there's just a bunch of oats and our little walnut pieces in the package there. This milk and cream is to be added to this package. So we'll dump that right in. I'm gonna add 9 ounces of hot water straight to the package. The gusset bottom of this pouch is allowing it to stand up on its own very easily. Giving that a quick stir. We were directed to let it boil for 3 minutes. Since we're not really boiling it, I'm going to give it more at like 5. We'll see how it does. I'm very excited about this Black Coffee Roasting Company instant coffee. This certainly looks like a far more premium product than what we're used to when it comes to ration coffee. This is calling for 8 to 10 ounces of hot or cold water. The powder does smell very strong, and it's a very fine grain. Looks like spray dry coffee. Add that to the glass here. That has an awesome pungent coffee aroma. And I have about 9 ounces of water here measured out. That dissolved instantly. Since this is from the Black Coffee Roasting Company, I figured we'd try it black first. It has a very dark, nutty roast. It is extremely robust and powerful. That is excellent instant coffee, maybe the best I've ever had. With as good as that is black, I know it's going to be awesome once I add cream and sugar to it. So here goes our Coffee Mate creamer. And this package of sugar in the raw has a little bit more sugar than I would want for a single cup of coffee. So I'm going to use about half of that. Check out that unbleached raw cane sugar. Now let's give it a taste with cream and sugar. Yeah, that's good stuff. Reminds me of going to a diner. Far and away better than I'd say 90% of what you would experience in a military ration. I mean, it is a real legit cup of coffee that you can enjoy out in the bush. I think we will check out one of our Huppy bars for breakfast. This is the apple cinnamon one. These look to be sort of similar to like a raw bite or maybe a Lar bar, although all the seeds and nuts and stuff it's made out of are quite a bit larger granules than what you would experience with a raw bite or Lar bar. We can definitely see there's some pumpkin seeds in that, raisins, we got all sorts of sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, really good looking stuff. Let's tear that open. It's a little bit sticky from all the ground fruit that's in there as well, but that looks like a super high quality food bar. See if it tastes as good as it looks, and it most certainly does. Sweet and very nutty, pleasantly chewy, and that is nutritionally dense. This very small, easy to eat bar comes packing a ton of energy for your body to utilize on the move. Not sure how much these Huppy bars are bought individually, but if I ever run across them, this is certainly something that I would pick up. I really enjoy this item. Now let's see how our oatmeal's done. It's feeling a bit more solid. The package did hold up. It did not spring any leaks or anything. Looks like it needs one more stir, and it is getting really thick down in there. Large portion size is looking like. Oh yeah, check that out. That wax-like inside of the package allowed everything to just pour right out. Nothing really stuck to the inside, and the packaging held up perfectly. So even though we did not prepare this exactly as directed, it has passed with flying colors. And look how big the portion of this is. It has completely filled this compartment of the tray. It looks super thick and creamy, sticking to the spoon, just as any oatmeal should. In that we can see our cranberries and our nuts and tons of creamy, fragrant oats. I am salivating, just stirring this around, so let's go in for a bite down the hatch. The walnuts add a decent little crunch to this. It is very creamy and milky. If you get a cranberry, it has a little blast of tartness. Even though there's a decent amount of cinnamon in this is borderline bland though. It is screaming for some sugar. In its current form, it's almost like a savory dish. It's not particularly salty, but it's really not sweet at all. I do think I'm gonna put the rest of my raw sugar right on top here. They got the texture down perfect. It has reconstituted amazingly for just adding hot water straight to it like that, but having almost no sugar is making it a little less palatable than I would like. With sugar added though, it's outstanding, and I love all the little bits of nuts and cranberry in the mix there. The portion size is most definitely big enough to keep you going for hours. My only complaint is that the flavor doesn't really pop unless you add sugar to it. I almost wish that I wouldn't have put any sugar in the coffee and use the entire sugar pack on the oatmeal. This bar was fairly sweet, so I think if I crumble up a little bit of this in the oatmeal, not only will it add a little bit of extra texture variation, but it should help bump up the flavor as well, which is something that this oatmeal could definitely benefit from. Now let's try it with a little bit of Huppy Bar included. That mixes in just like it was meant to be, added just a little bit more sweetness and even a deeper, richer nuttiness. Well, I must say I'm pretty happy with breakfast. It was both quick and easy. Let's take it on over to lunch. Our lunch portion of the RightOnTrek meal here is basically all snacks, so there's no reason to use a tray. All these items are designed to be consumed on the move, so you wouldn't necessarily sit down and eat them all at once. You would sort of graze on them throughout the day to hold you over until dinner. That very hearty oatmeal breakfast has kept me extremely full, but I have worked up a little bit of an appetite, so we will go ahead and taste test these snack items. Let's take a look at our 3-seed and sea salt flatbread cracker first. It appears to be almost completely pulverized on the inside. This has a very thin plastic packaging, not uncommon with sort of retail type items. This entire meal pack is supposed to have a shelf life of 12 to 18 months. I'm not quite sure if an item like this would hold up that long, but it very well may. I think this would have been just one large cracker. We have a little bit more of a cracker dust situation going on, but I do have a rather large piece here. We can see our poppies and our sesame. Give it a little snap. A little bit airy on the inside. It's a little bit salty, a little bit oniony actually, so I think there's some onion powder in there. It's nice and crisp, but not really crunchy until you hit one of the seeds. And even though it's broken up, it's still perfectly fresh and actually really tasty. That's a good little item. Would be perfect with some kind of spread, maybe some honey or cheese or canned meat of some sort. I've been eyeballing these salami minis. I love myself some dried meat sticks. These have a Ziploc closure and they have a very powerful dried meat smell. So a little bit of whitening on the outside there. Not uncommon for salami though. And they appear to have a natural casing. They look like a quality product, in my opinion, as someone who's eaten a lot of dried meat. The inside looks like a pretty good ratio of fat to meat. And the casing is thin and snappy. Has a real good snap. Oh wow, that is awesome. Fantastic salami. Those are great. That's about as good as dried salami gets. Awesome meaty chew with that powerful flavor transmitted by the fat. Peppery and garlicky. Those casings provide the perfect snap and the size is easily ingestible. Those are a winner for sure. And they give you a generous amount of them. Looks like there were 7 sticks total. If you just ate one an hour, you would be a very happy person over the course of an afternoon. So let's try out the Pro Bar brand Bolt Organic Energy Chews. This whole package is 180 calories. There's a whole handful of chews there. Looks like 13 total. The primary ingredient in these chews is sugar, so that's where you're getting the energy from. Just a quick absorption, simple carbohydrate. Tastes like an orange fruit snack. Gummy and chewy, sweet. Those are very high in vitamins. Half this package will give you 100% of your niacin, 100% of your vitamin B6 and B12, and 50% of your vitamin C, so a full package would be 100% of your daily vitamin C requirements. And again, something that you can pop in your mouth while you're on the move, and they provide enough to share if you'd like. On to the Kind bar. Now, I've had Kind bars plenty of times before. I do enjoy them. I've never had the vanilla blueberry though, so let's check this one out. It's a little bit crumbled and broken. There's our largest piece. We can see it has some oats, some seeds, some dried blueberries, puffed rice. Kind of just crumbles apart. Has a really nice blueberry aroma though. Crunchy, pretty sweet. I'm not picking up much on vanilla, but the blueberry is pretty potent. It's a pretty good little trail bar in my opinion. So far the snacks are hitting on all cylinders. Hopefully we don't get derailed by these Parmesan crisps. Have some variance in size, some larger bits and some smaller bits. Those appear to be a little bit broken up as well. That has a very nice toasty Parmesan smell. And there's a good portion size in that small package. And there's one of our whole Parmesan crisps. These are made of 100% cheese. Delightfully crunchy, pungently cheesy in the best way possible. Very salty. Of course, that's a characteristic of Parmesan cheese in general. Those are addictive. I could easily eat this whole package. Yeah, man, those are great. I think the move is to sort of mix these two, take a bite of the meat stick, and then with that still in your mouth, pop a couple Parmesan crisps, and that salami and cheese is a match made in Italian heaven. One last snack item to check out, and that is our Huppy Bar Arizona Trail version. This appears to be mostly a compressed nut bar. It's a little bit sticky. I looked in the ingredients and it had some honey in it. Oh man, that is gooey and chewy. And there's all manner of nuts and seeds in here. Pumpkin, sunflower, walnut, pecan, almond. It checks off all the boxes. Besides just the nuts and honey though, there doesn't really seem to be any additional flavors added. It's just very natural. And that's exactly how it tastes. Sweet and nutty. Another dense nutrition brick, but super tasty. Biting through those nuts is a pleasure. Delicious. Well, I still have plenty of things to snack on between now and dinner, so I'll finish up as much of this as I can. And when I start feeling hungry again, we'll be back with the bolognese. It's such a nice warm fall evening out that I decided to do this last part in the out of doors. Went on a walk with the dog here through the bamboo jungle near my property. Found a real nice spot here with a creek. I think this is good enough as any to eat some backpacking and camping food. So this little RightOnTrek bag did actually come in handy for this review. You'll probably hear the dog trouncing around in the leaves. I did nick myself on the way in. Since we didn't do the breakfast as directed, I do intend on doing this dinner as intended by the manufacturer. I reviewed this little camp stove on my other channel years ago, and it has been doing a great job. Got that flame going. Directions say add beef and noodles to the pot and boil for 3 to 5 minutes in 10 ounces of water. Looks like there's a couple individual packages in this. The bottom is all noodles. This little pouch is all beef. And we have a pouch of seasoning mix. I have a little camp pot here that we'll dump those noodles into. And the beef right behind that. Let's try out a bite of one of these little freeze-dried beef crumbles. Pretty good, doesn't seem to be sausage, just more of just a straight ground beef. And we'll pour in our 10 ounces of water. That's about 10, and over the heat we go. While we're waiting on that to come to a boil, I suppose we'll give these olives from Sicily a try. In general, I am not a big olive fan. However, I have been exposing myself to them more and more over the past year, and I am growing accustomed to the flavor, although it's still not one of my favorites. There's a decent little portion of olives in there. Looks like about 10 or 12, and there's just the smallest amount of pickling liquid in the bottom of this, but they're mostly dry. Those are indeed pitted green olives. Let's see how that tastes. Super, super salty. Olives have a decent fat content to them, which is certainly welcome. Out on the trail, they will provide some energy. The salt will help with hydration. And as far as olive goes, I actually like these pretty good. I certainly see myself finishing that whole package. A good little snack for certain. While that's boiling, check out this spot that we're set up in. I made a little clearing in the leaves here, but we are literally in the middle of the woods, next to a tiny little creek, very peaceful, and really the perfect weather to be outside. Now that we have reached a boil, it's time for our seasoning packet. That is quite the substantial amount of seasoning, and it smells very potent, reminiscent of Italian spices and tomato. Stir that in. That's smelling pretty good. I think that is sufficiently reconstituted. And turn our flame off here. That is a good looking mix of pasta bolognese with meat. That was the perfect amount of water, steaming hot. All that's in there though is noodles, beef and sauce. Let's go in for a taste. Piping hot. Wow, that is good. It has a very strong tomato flavor, balanced out with those awesome Italian herbs and spices. Both the meat and the noodles are perfectly soft, and there's a little bit of crunch from some dehydrated onion. The serving size is very adequate, and they gave us all kinds of little packages to improve the flavor. So first we'll add some of this Parmesan cheese. Give that a little quick mix in. That Parmesan has a very powerful aroma to it. Try it with a bit of cheese. Oh yeah, that added some salty sharpness to it. Unfortunately, I lost my little pepper pack. This does not need salt, but I do think that this crushed red pepper will be a nice addition. Before I mix that crushed red pepper in, I'm going to set aside a little taster for the dog. I know she'll appreciate that. And let's get a taste with a little bit of that crushed red pepper and the cheese. It's certainly getting better bite by bite. This is really good stuff in general anyway. She's eating a little bit of hers. Seems to be dog approved. That's good at least. She's more occupied with running through the woods than she is eating though. Oh, there she goes, coming back for some more. I am gonna add this Cholula because I like everything as spicy as I can get it pretty much. And one last little mix with the hot sauce. Let's give that a big taste. It's hard to beat that. Now it's spicy and flavorful, salty, meaty, cheesy. It knocks off all the check marks for what you want in a good meal. And it's made that much better enjoying it out here in the great outdoors. I think I would be missing something if I didn't at least try a bite with an olive, and that salty, savory olive flavor punches things up just that much more. She's really getting into it now. Well, that about does it for our outdoor portion of this video. Let's move it back over to the desk to finish it up with some tea and chocolate. All right, so let's finish this one up with an evening treat. There's our Stash brand mango and passion fruit tea bag. Oh, it smells really nice. Very fruity and sweet smelling. In the glass we go, and about that much water. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I always am. I was pretty skeptical going into this review. I wasn't expecting that much from this meal, especially for that price point of $40. But to my surprise, my expectations were shattered. I really enjoyed every aspect of this ration. It had great variety, awesome flavors. The breakfast main was a little bit bland, but that's nothing that you can't fix with the other contents of this meal pack. I still think the pricing is a little bit high for most, but if you're looking for super high quality, tasty ingredients with a really good variety, these RightOnTrek meal kits definitely fill that niche. Let's open up our chocolate bar here. That is discoloring a little bit. It's turning a little bit white. It's a little bit misformed too. It probably saw some heat in the past. Not surprising, just in transit here to me in Georgia, it had to experience 90-degree days. Has a really good snap, so the temper's still there. Get an up close of that. Still looks perfect on the inside, and it smells like a delicious dark chocolate. Very snappy, very powerful, slightly bitter dark chocolate. It is sweet, but not overpoweringly sweet. This is really my absolute favorite kind of chocolate, about a 70% dark. Perfect in my opinion. That is a great way to cap the day off. And our tea has turned the water an almost reddish orange color. Smells a little bit floral. The flavor is pretty light, but very pleasant. The water's so hot, it's hard to take a big gulp of it. It's light and fruity, and really quite nice. It would have been a bonus if we had an extra sugar pack to go in that, but even unsweetened, it's pretty good stuff. Thanks for joining me for this one, guys. I know it was a long video, but hopefully you found it enjoyable. That was the review of RightOnTrek Backcountry Meal Kit #1, a premium backpacking and camping meal kit. And in my book, they certainly get a satisfactory score. This ration was sent to me for free by RightOnTrek for review, but I assure you that did not skew my opinions one way or the other. I'll always bring it to you raw and real. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That helps it out with the Google algorithm. To see more videos like this in the future, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know what you thought about this video down in the comments. Would you consider purchasing one of these backcountry meal kits for your next outdoor excursion? Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.